Exactly from the top stories emanating in the world of sports generally, starting from the world of golf, as John Ram carried an opening round 7 under 65 to take a two-stroke lead at the Arnold Palmer Invitational. Let's fly to tennis. Top stories 2020 and under 2021. US Open champion Dominic Thiem and M. Raducanu have been handed wildcard entries into the Miami Open. And also in the Mexican Open, Ted C. Taylor Fritz saw off fellow American Francis Truffaut. Francis Tiafoe, that's the name. 6-3, 6-4 to advance to the semifinals. Tommy Paul booked his spot in the semifinal courtesy of a 6-2, 6-2 triumph against Mackenzie McDonald. 8 seed Alex de Minaur sealed his place in the last four with a 6-2, 6-2 beating off Taro Daniel. And in the Dubai tennis champion world number 1, Novak Djokovic saw off 5th seed Hubert Hurkacz 6-3, 7-5 to book his space and his place in the semifinals. Second seed Andrei Rublev defeated Botic van der Zandschulp 6-3, 7-6 in their quarterfinal encounter. Daniel Medvedev will face Novak Djokovic in the last four following a routine 6-3, 6-2 win over Borna Coric. 7th seed Alexander Zverev is through to the semi-final after beating Lorenzo Sonego 7-5, 6-4. I got a top stories in the world of Formula 1 as well. Aston Martin's Lance Stroll with a participation part at the season opening Bahrain GP following the successful minor surgery on his right wrist. What about the NBA? Let's talk about the NBA as well. Luka Doncic scored 42 points and Kyrie Irving added 40 as the Dallas Maverick beat the Philadelphia 76ers 133-126. Jordan Poole 34 points came guided the Golden State Warriors to a 115-491 victory against the Clippers for their 5th straight win. That was a wrong pronunciation, my bad on that. Not La Clippers, the LA Clippers. I could say the LA Clippers. So LA, we know Los Angeles. America, to be precise, exactly. Moving on, talking about the world of cricket on the show this morning. Travis Head scored 49 as Australian beats India by 9 wickets on a day 3 on the third test at Indore. India lead the series 2-1 with a one-match left to play at Ahmedabad, starting a 9 match. The result saw Australia in securing that position, their place at the year's ICC World Test Championship final in June. And let's talk about the AFCON Under 20. He gets to connect to me every time. He gets to connect with me. He gets to be a part of what I love to talk about. Ibrahim Juma found the back of his own. Ibrahim Juma found the back of his own net as Nigeria edged Uganda 1-0 to advance to the semi-finals. Samba Diallo scored the only goal for the game as Senegal defeat Benin to progress to the semi-finals. And with these top stories, I say my very good morning, beautiful Lagos City and beyond. Welcome to the Sport B Show on the radio Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. My name is Kizike. I'm the voice of the mic. I am the only sport analyst without Pesa Info Lagos City. And it's a Friday, so I plead to give me your attention on the show now, so I can run your race on the radio like Kylian Mbappe, Karim Adeyemi, and Vinny Jr. Even though I understand what happened yesterday, I would not like to start the show without saying thank God for life. So before we talk about anything emanating the world of sports generally, let's start from what's going on right there in Cairo in Egypt. Exactly to say, in the ongoing Under 20 African tournament, Senegal were up against Benin at the Cairo International Stadium. Things went very physical in the early stages of the match with some hard tackles. The game needed a spark and Senegal almost found it 5 minutes into the second half. Senegal took the lead. It was an astonishing return in the tournament. The young Lions of Teranga hunted for a second. The Benin defense were all in they were all in sort of troubles to say. However, what looked like an easy finish proved to be very difficult. 1-0 the final score to Senegal as they move into the next phase, talking about the semi-final and also talking about where it gets to concern me very well. I am a Nigerian, proud of my skin color. I think we're doing very well. We've got the legacy, talk about on the 20. So Nigeria continued their search for the record, extending 8 on the 20 AFCON crown on Thursday night when they met 2021 runner-ups Uganda at the quarterfinals. After a few hours changes, or let's say after a few hours chances, right? That's a better word to say. The Flying Eagles finally took the lead, scoring half an hour into the proceedings. An unfortunate moment for Ibrahim Juma. Ibrahim Mohamed's shot hit the upright before deflecting off the Uganda defense into the back of the net. 1-0 it was. Nigerian took the lead. So they had several chances to extend their lead in the second half, but they lack the current edge in front of goals. So I just would advise possibly go back to the drawing board if they're listening to me. Hopefully get things right. They are doing very well. I'm not taking away anything from the side. Talking about the Flying Eagles, who are doing immensely very well in Cairo, exactly in Egypt to say. But for the Uganda side, they just couldn't find a way past the Nigerian defense in the back line. They were reduced to 10 men, taking shots from range, a tactics that never paid off. The Flying Eagles continued their journey in Egypt, squeezing past the Uganda side to the final four. Senegal and Nigeria became the first team through to the semi-final in Egypt, both burning and bouncing on a 1-0 wins respectively. So I think I should say congratulations to the Flying Eagles right now, even though they are still in the semi-final. I hope they just get there. I hope that they make us proud. I'm so sure. With the way they play, trust me, I don't think they would have to sleep. So they need to get things right again. I don't have a choice, but rather to give them all the maximum support that is being needed from us here back in Nigeria. Don't forget our own very much people are currently in Egypt and Cairo, exactly. Just in case you are joining, just in case you are driving right now, just in case you're tuning in, this is Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. And the man on your speaker right now. My name is Kizzy K. I am the voice of the Michael JDG. I'm so sure you know that. And I was a smile on the JDG. I mean, it's a Friday. Thank God for life. I should be very happy. So time check, 17 minutes and our studios here. Gone past 9 a.m. Let's talk about tennis properly. Some of the news, some headlines, but possibly I just have to go into one of them. Dubai tennis champion Novak Djokovic beat Hubert Hurkacz to reach the semi-finals. And also I've got this one, Håkan Rune defeat Berrettini Acapulco in the round of 16. Bunge Frantangelo and Madison Keys announced engagement. Tennis player accidentally kills bat with serve in nasty scenes. So let's start from the legend story. Talk about Novak Djokovic, the Serbian who I know, who you know. We both can't take away anything from this personality. He's a big name to say. Tennis Dubai Championship, Novak Djokovic beat Hubert Hurkacz to reach the semi-finals. Moving on, world number one, Novak Djokovic continues his perfect start to 2023 by beating Hubert Hurkacz to reach the Dubai Tennis Championship semi-finals. The 35-year-old Serbian guy took his record to 15 love so far this year with a 6-3, 7-5 win over Poland Hurkacz. So some could say 15-0. Or 15-0, but you know what actually called in the world of tennis. Now, next on that, Djokovic, who is chasing the 6th win in Dubai, will next face Daniel Medvedev for a place in the Saturday's final. Australian Open finalist Daniel Medvedev defeated Borna Koric 6-3, 6-2 to stay on track for the 3rd title this year. Meanwhile, defending champion Andrei Rublev beat Botic van der Slotschlop to progress. The second seed defeated his Dutch opponent 6-3, 7-6 and will play Alexander Zverev in the last four as the German overcame Lorenzo Sonego 7-5, 6-4. Djokovic needs just 75 minutes to see off hookers and is looking in fine form as he looks to win his third tournament of the year. I found the rhythm on myself throughout the second set. He said, I am really glad with how I played under pressure. We know how this can actually get to be. When you play this game, you just gotta be under pressure. Normally, we know that. So, still moving on that same story about the legend at the five. His name is Novak Djokovic, the Serbian legendary to say, living legend. You know, sometimes when we wake up and we feel like you're a legend, you're a legend. Yeah, you're a legend. You don't do what you do before. You're done with what you do, and people admire what you've done in the past, and your record keeps to be the song every kid keeps singing, you know, from history generation to keep going. But looking at this way now, he's still playing. He's just in his let's say the middle of his 30s, let's say early 30s, and still doing immensely very well. So why would I not call him a legend? He's the man who is currently living and a living legend. Meanwhile, Djokovic is waiting for a response on his application for exemption to visa rules on vaccine in order to enter the United States before the Masters 1000 event in Indian Wells, which begins on 8th March. The draw for the tournament takes place on Monday, and Djokovic said, whatever the decision is before the draw, if I'm not allowed, I'm going to pull out. Of course, before the draw. And sometimes I talk about Novak Djokovic. I've been talking about Novak Djokovic, not even here, or possibly from where I was coming from before I got here. We know about him not wanting to take the vaccine, the COVID vaccine. He has never believed I can take this. He believes it's very optional. Maybe I'm standing on that part, I don't know, but I'm just saying. I'm not trying to take side, but he feels it's not ideal for one to tell me what to do to myself. This is me, and this is me wanting to play for the world. This is me trying to reach out to the world. Nobody should tell me to take the vaccine, the COVID vaccine, because I don't really think it's so ideal. So that's from Novak Djokovic's perspective. Now he feels there's no need for him to be vaccinated. So he still remains on the story, and now you just heard him say, let me quickly bring that last line again. He said, okay, let me bring it. Meanwhile, Djokovic is waiting for a response on his application for an exemption to visa rules on vaccine in order to enter the United States before the Masters 1000 event in Indian Wells, which begins on 8th March. The draw for the tournament takes place on Monday, and Djokovic said, quoting him on the show now, he said this. Now me saying, okay, he said this. He said, whatever the decision is before the draw, if I'm not allowed, I'm going to pull out. Of course, before the draw. So it's more like information before time. Okay, moving on, wrapping up the show on the Sporby Show. Moving on, wrapping up the show on the Sporby Show. It sounds weird, but that's actually correct though. I was reminiscing what I was saying without really saying it right. You know, I like to do it right, because if I don't do it right, then I'm definitely doing it wrong. Okay, Antonio Conte, the news in the world of football. He has been nominated for the Premier League Manager of the Month for February, despite only being on the touchline for his side 4-1 defeat against Leicester City. So the Premier League nominees for February Manager of the Month are Erik ten Hag, Marco Silva of Fulham, Erik ten Hag of Manchester United, and then Antonio Conte of Tottenham Hotspur. Even though I keep talking about this, telling me the assistant manager is doing well, and I say he's not doing anything on his head. Everything he does, 100% record, keep moving. Right now, even as Antonio Conte is recovering from that gallbladder surgery, currently with his family, but he's just to return fully. So I'll give you that news as he emanates. So like I said before, everything Tottenham is doing right now is Antonio Conte's move. Deal done. Ronaldinho's 17-year-old son, João Mendes, has signed for Barcelona. Deal done as well. André Santos has rejoined his previous club, Vasco da Gama, on loan from Chelsea. Copa del Rey. Okay. But it's no longer news. We know how it is. Talk about the Emirates FA Cup quarter-final draw. Manchester City to play Burnley. Manchester United to play Fulham. Brighton Hove Albion to play Grimsby Town. Sheffield United will be playing Blackburn. And also, England born defender Tosin Adarabioyo. I hope I got it right. Adarabioyo. JDG possibly will have to correct me on this. But if I got the name pronunciation wrong, my bad. I'm sorry about that. The East 25, who plays for Fulham, has finally decided to represent Nigeria at international level. The defender is expected to be invited for the 2023 AFCON qualifier doubleheader against Guinea-Bissau later this month. Okay, I've got a statement from Pele's daughter, but time will not let me go into details about this one. Pele's daughter, Kelly Nascimento, shared the heartwarming story about Antonella Messi and her late father. When I return later by the evening, 5 p.m., I'm going to talk about that extensively, well, to give you the way it is. So now the Copa del Rey. Yesterday, Barcelona beat Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu without Pedri, Ousmane Dembele, and Robert Lewandowski. See, if I begin to talk about that very much game, trust me, time would not be my friend. You know, Ikame Jude is already on the standby to come to do what he knows how to do very well. We know that's in the absence of legendary Mary Onaife Edebi. Hope she returns quickly. Moving on the show, time check, 25 minutes gone past 9 a.m. in our studios here. It is time for me to carry my bag on my head and run away, leaving the studio. What you need to know, this is the Sporby Show, comes your way every Monday to Friday. Tomorrow is going to be fun again. Talk about Saturday, well, we talk about soccer scoreboard. But let me say this again, without God, the J can never be Kizzy K. Like I do say, there's nothing wrong in starting small, but you know there's everything wrong when you settle for less. That's the more reason, exactly the more reason why you have to keep dreaming big, work hard to make it a reality. I'll be on the radio again for you by 5 p.m. Don't miss a thing at that very time. It will be a very long, lengthy discussion time. Got a whole lot of talking points. Happy Friday, enjoy yourself and be safe. My name is Kizzy K. Good morning, Lagos City. I'm out.